Hey, what's up, Hangerbird? Nah, not really late. I just started, so. Hey, Raccoon. I haven't missed that much. Hey, how's it going, Terrell? Yeah, when you mix it, let me know if you like it or not, or if you notice a difference. I mean, you might not notice a difference, but I sort of do. Hey, what's up, Iceman? Doing fine. Productive week. Quiet. Getting colder each day, but other than that, that's about it. That's good. He's coming along pretty good. I saw the post on Instagram. I like what you're doing with it. while everyone's sorted here, got the decals in. So, got all different sizes, and I think there's 2 sheets in here. So definitely going to be able to put a logo on her with no issues. So the goal is once we paint the shirt white, we'll put the decal on, and then we'll slowly like dab white paint over it to make it look like it's worn out. But Frank from Evolution X Studios, the guy who did the decals, did this for us. So this is his piece of paper, I guess he puts in there for everything. So let me, so this is the scan, if anybody wants to stop the video and scan it. And then here's all of Frank's information. So looks like Frank will be able to help me down the line too, or anyone else for that matter, if you ever need some custom decals. If you don't feel like painting something, so they look pretty good. Probably should take it out of the saran wrap. Alright, cool. So he gave me 2 whole sheets. So I could actually test one of these too. Yeah, this one's a little bit brighter color. This one's not. But looks like they're gonna work. Yeah, what's up, Raz? Yeah, you should probably contact Frank and see if he can help you with something. As of right now, he's like the only person I know that's willing to actually do like custom decals. Because Archer transferred decals when he was in business. He said it was way too much work to do like, you know, a custom sheet for somebody. So at least we got that down. Oh, Raz, I never got back to you on the hands and arms, did I? I forgot to tell you what I needed, right? Now that I think about it. Yeah, so I guess while you're on the stream, I might as well just explain it now. Oh, what's up, Jacob? Yeah, I'm sure. So if you can, Raz, give me one long arm this way, one long arm this way, one short arm, you know, like the short arms that are bent, left and right. And then if you can, let me look at my arms. Keep the sizes though, but on all the hands, if you can give me a left hand and a right hand and cut it like above the wrist, like right about there. So this way you could print out a batch of hands and two sets of arms. This way I can swap and custom, and because I got some other statues too that need hands, so I figure maybe we'll just do like a whole run. If you can. because I got the I got 3 Catwoman bodies, but I'm only gonna working on 2 of them at the moment. But then I got those Phoenix, whatchamacallit, hands. I'm trying to think. What do I got? Let's see what we got here at the moment while I got you. So I got 2 of these Phoenix bodies, and yeah, see, I need the fists for her. Even though it's somewhat in scale, it's kind of a thin arm. Yeah, so definitely need extra fists for these. Yeah, gotta, because the hands that came with this statue are so damn brittle, and they don't work for what I'm gonna try to do with them. Actually, the other thing is, just check this while you're here too. Yeah, that arm is sort of in scale, but the hand's a little too small. Yeah, so I'm going to reposition this, so I definitely need to change the hands. Yeah, go ahead, yeah, and just print up left and right sides of hands. And I think that should work. Yeah, it's kind of weird. The arm is in scale, but the hand is too small. Different sculptors, you know. Actually, that arm might actually work the way what I'm thinking. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely has to be the bigger arm. Probably will match up the other ones. I'm gonna reposition this arm so it's more like a flying pose type thing. Alright, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, if they come in good and everything's good, I'll probably have to bug you again for other stuff. But always save the sizes for me, so we could go back to them. Alright, that'll work. So I guess for the hell of it, have you guys seen that video of the comic book store owner that was talking about how bad comic books are these days and he can't sell, and all the artists and writers attacked him? I can't get over that. I was trying to catch up on some of the YouTube and comic book industry news this week, and then I saw a couple of videos of them attacking that guy. I was like, what the hell are they doing? This is your fan base. Like, why are you attacking a comic book show owner that's talking about why stuff isn't selling? It's pretty crazy. Like, I don't understand what's going on. EVS made? I don't know who that is. I watched it on that YouTube channel, Yellow Flash. And I think Clownfish TV talked about it too. I'm actually kind of shocked that some of the writers and artists that were talking, Eighth Van Skyver, okay. Yeah, I was actually kind of shocked at some of the artists that were talking about it. I was like, I'm like, are you really kidding me? Like, you know, yeah, Hangerbird, you should look it up. I don't know if you watch Yellow Flash or Clownfish TV. There's a couple other YouTube channels that were talking about it. The guy was just speaking his mind, you know, like, so it's kind of funny. They all started attacking his appearance, which is really crazy to me. It's like, you know, a guy's talking about why business isn't doing too well, and the first thing you go after is his appearance. It's pretty crazy. I'm shocked at the comic book writers and artists that were talking crap about the guy. I mean, like what's like? Are they so butthurt that, you know, he's speaking the truth and the only thing they could do is attack his appearance? Yeah, I don't know. Like, well, I figured, you know, I would see if you guys saw it or talked about it or heard anything about it. It's pretty crazy. Like, there's like one artist that I really like. I'm not gonna mention names so you can watch the videos, but supposedly he spoke out about the guy, and I'm like, well, not really a fan of you much anymore. Like, just, you know, just kind of keep your mouth shut. You know, just kind of pump out the stuff, and I don't know. I haven't, see, I don't really know all the artists that were talking crap or the writers. Some of them I've never heard of them before, but I guess they're the more newer people. But I don't know. Yeah, you guys should look into it. And if you guys have a chance to watch it tonight or by next week, ask me what you think about it. It's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy that instead of industry saying, okay, what's wrong? Why don't you like the comics? What could we do to make it better? They're like, oh, we're gonna attack your appearance and we're gonna attack you because you don't like what we're doing. It's kind of the whole business model these days are really backwards. You know, it used to be like, okay, whatever the customer wants, we're gonna give them. But now it's like, well, we're giving the customer what they want, whether they like it or not. You know? It's weird. It's really strange what's going on. Yeah, I'll have to check that one out, Iceman. I haven't watched Skyver in a while because I watch a bunch of these other YouTubers, and usually when you watch one or two videos, you pretty much get the gist of what's going on. But I'm in shock. I mean, you figure, like years ago, back when you didn't have the internet and you would write into Wizard World and people would ask questions, a lot of the writers and the artists would take it into account and they'd be like, okay, we'll think about that for future stories and blah blah blah. Now it's like, you know, like, no, we don't care what you think. You're gonna get what we give you, and that's it. So I don't know. I'm just it's just shocking. If you guys get a chance, even if you get a chance now, go look into it. It was all over Twitter, or X, or whatever the hell you want to call that now. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of his stuff a while back, especially when we had a lot of that, lot of the drama back during the lockdowns and stuff. But lately, it just seems like it's getting out of hand. Like, I don't understand how come the business owners at Marvel and DC are like, you know, the editor in chiefs and the owners are not coming down on the artists and writers saying, "Hey, shut up, listen to the fans, and make what they want." Like, I don't understand. I'm kind of confused of like the business model. I really am. I mean, of course, I always say vote with your wallet. You know, if you don't like what they're doing, just don't buy it. And that's kind of what's happening, but it seems like they're pissed off about it. I don't know. It's a very backwards world we live in now. I gotta get a little closer to see what you wrote. Yeah, I know they hired way more activists. I mean, that's a given. Um, but it's just crazy to me that um, you know, all they always talk about all this stuff. You know, everyone's beautiful. You don't attack people's appearance. Blah blah blah. And the minute somebody goes against them, they just start going on about the guy's appearance. Just crazy. You know, I like what 15 years ago, like a boss at Marvel or a boss at DC would come out and say, "We apologize for our writers and artists. This is not how we represent the company." Blah blah blah. But now they're just sitting back, like, "Yeah, whatever." You know, let them trash a store owner. No, no, just figured I'd ask your guys' input, what you thought about it if you saw it. Yeah, check it out if you get a chance. It's pretty interesting what's going on. I don't know, just it's just weird. Yeah, that guy. I think he's been a store owner for 30 years. You know, um, just it seems like a typical comic book fan. You know, like we're all geeks, so he's just a typical comic book geek. You know, and he was just voicing his opinion on why stuff isn't selling, and why he's losing customers, and a lot of comic book stores are shutting down. So instead of the company saying, okay, this guy's been in business for 30 years, he knows why stuff isn't selling, let's listen to what he has to say and make things right. But instead it's like, oh, you're attacking the way we're writing, blah, 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 so now we're going to attack you, you know? And, I mean, I watched what the guy said, and it wasn't anything bad. He was just being honest, and it seems like similar stuff that everyone I talk to and I say is what people are feeling about comics. I mean, it's an opinion. It's kind of a fact of how he sees the store, but it seems that you can't say this stuff anymore. I don't know. I just kind of wish Marvel and DC would come out and say, hey, we stand by our comic book store owners. We stand by our fans. What our artists and writers have been saying is not what, they need to come out and say something, but they won't do it. If you look up Yellow Flash, he's a YouTuber. He made 2 videos about it. One, I think he made like 2 or 3 days about the internet attacking him, and then he did a follow-up video on it. It's the first video shows the actual Twitter snippet of these writers and artists bitching this guy out about making the video on how comic books aren't selling, and I guess it went viral. So then Yellow Flash made an updated video on it. I know a couple other YouTubers and channels were talking about it too. It's one thing to talk about, comic books aren't doing well, or I'm not a fan of this story, blah blah blah. But when an owner comes out and tells you why stuff isn't selling and what the industry is doing, and then you start attacking his appearance, and you attack the guy, it's I don't know. It's like, instead of them being like humbled and, okay, this guy, let's see what this guy has to say and try and work on it. No. It's just a twisted world these days. I don't know. I miss, I used to go to comic book stores growing up all the time, and it didn't matter who was in the store, what they looked like. Everybody would just go in there, and we would geek out for like an hour or two on Wednesdays. You know, I met a really lot of cool people too. You just sit there and talk about comics, talk about stories, artists, you know, and then you know it gets late on Wednesday. You tell them, okay, see you next week, and then you go home. But you know, a lot of the stores don't have that anymore. I mean, there's no real good stories to talk about too, you know. Yeah, when I grew up, there was a comic book store and a sports card store in every town almost. Um, and then also all the 7-Elevens and all the five and dime stores, whatever, they all had comic books for sale. And I think by the time I got out of art school, came back home, there was only maybe like four comic book stores close to my parents' house. And then by the time before I moved down South Jersey, there were the comic book stores I used to go to all kind of closed down. So there's two near me now, which are really good, but they pretty much do better selling old stuff than new stuff. And the one comic book store I go to by me, literally the new stuff ends up in the dollar bin like 2 months later because it just doesn't sell. And he just doesn't want to sit on that stock anymore, I guess. So he just kind of blows it out and puts it in the dollar bins. You know? Like, I remember stuff going into the dollar bins growing up in the 90s, but they didn't go into the dollar bins a month later. They went into the dollar bins probably like 4 or 5 months later when it was really just not worth it. But oh no, just kind of upsetting. I'm just kind of disappointed in the industry now. It's funny though. I went to the comic book shows this year, Baltimore, Terrificon, and I met some of the old school artists. You know, the old guys, and they were so appreciative of people still coming to see them. They talked about how comics isn't what they used to be in their own way and stuff like that, but the new people, nah. Oh, Iceman, you've been called, man. That is that's big time. Jacob, I'll probably see the new Godzilla movie when it's online for free. I don't spend money anymore for movie theaters. Then again, the movie theaters by me are all closed anyway. There's only one left, but it's a real piece of crap. I decided that I'm not gonna spend money on movies anymore until they actually start fixing it. You know, if they start making better movies again, then I'll go ahead and start going back to movie theaters and supporting them. Well, Iceman, when you get in there and they give you all the secrets, let us know. Let us know if the Earth is really flat. Let us know what happened to JFK, all that stuff. Keep us in the loop, all right? Yeah, I get that, Jacob, but to me, Hollywood is Hollywood. I'm just over everything that they're doing, and I'm voting with my wallet. Yeah, I'm not a huge Godzilla fan, and or King Kong or any of that stuff. Um, and I just have no love for movies like I used to growing up. Like in the '90s, movies were amazing. They were fun. See, I like comedies more than anything. But I guess since they killed comedy, period, like you're not allowed to laugh at anything anymore. I'm not really interested. You know, like I could sit down and rewatch a Chris Farley movie over and over, or a Jim Carrey movie, but you don't get those movies anymore. Hey, Dana. That's good. I'm glad things are working out. Do you do a lot of statues like the other guys in the chat as well? Yeah, I heard of that, Iceman. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I used to live at the. We used to have a what was called Dave's Sweet Shop, and I would ride my bike down there to get all my comic books. Till comic book stores started becoming a thing. Well, anime stuff is good to start with because they're cheaper kits and you can actually get a feel for it. So by starting with anime is a good deal. I used to tell people all the time start with anime kits because spending $30-40 on an anime kit versus like a crazy 1,000 on a superhero kit, and you're not comfortable doing it. But that's good. I'm glad you've been doing it. That works out. Well, that's good. Yeah, I'm not on Facebook, so I can't suggest any specific groups. But yeah, there's a ton of groups on Facebook. I'm sure if you kind of wiggle around on some of the Facebook groups and you start like getting in with some of the higher end stuff, you might get invited into some of these. Well, excuse me, secret groups where you can get some of these. Some of these fan art items that you don't find anywhere. You got to get into those groups, which are a pain in the ass from what I hear. But once you're in there, you can sort of start getting some of the more higher end kits if you want. If you want to start spending that kind of money. Yeah, Dana, if you want, like I tell everybody else, you can always send me a message on Instagram, and I can check out some of your stuff. I wish I knew more groups and people to join, but sadly I don't. Back when there used to be a lot more forums, I knew more, forums that people would join, but Facebook took over all that stuff. Yeah, I've been messing around with some paints. I'll show you what I've been working with lately. Maybe it'll get you a chance to snag a couple of them. Wash my hands real quick. So what I've been doing lately is using these paints. These Formula P3s are really, really cool. I really like these paints. They're a little bit thick though out of the bottles. They're expensive, but the Rhine Flesh, this is like a really good base coat for like fair skin. I really like this paint. And then they also have Midland Flesh, which kind of has a little bit more of a tan to it. Even though it looks like it's a little bit redisher, I guess. Got a little bit more orange reddish into it. So I've been kind of using these a lot. They also make a flesh wash, which is awesome. It's got like a nice, whatchamacallit, sort of a brownish, reddish flesh wash, but it's really strong though. You gotta be careful with this stuff. And then I've been experimenting with some of these other model color flashes, game colors, and then I tried this Wicked Flesh. Let's see, what is it? It's Detail Flesh Tone from Wicked Colors Graytex. It's actually not bad, but it's really, really thick. Like, this is supposed to be like out of the airbrush, but this stuff is like thick as all hell. But it has a decent color if you could kind of mix it up. You know, it's really, because it separates really crazy, but you can see the vermilion hue in here with this color. So it's kind of, I don't know if it came with the marble in there. I think I threw it in there. Can't remember. But this stuff, I've been just trying this out a little bit more just to test it. But these are kind of what I'm using for like a lot of fleshes now. And then these are also some other stuff I've been kind of messing with. So Citadel, I like their colors a lot too. So they have some fleshes. Only thing though is these were like kind of cakey because I got them on sale. So I think they're really old. And then if you really want to save on some money, but you can pick up Liquid Tech soft bodies. So these are sort of pale portrait pink and sandalwood. These are kind of like almost like a skin tone. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll take all these paints here and mix up a bottle of a color of a paint to get what I want. So these are all acrylic, so I mix all these together. That's good, Iceman. Glad you found another client for it. Yeah, I don't do much washes with my stuff. So you know what it was is I got so used to Jesse's Garage Kits flesh tones, and I was able to spray those a certain way in the way to blend them. But now that I don't have those paints anymore, I'm trying to come up with a different way. So I'm just trying those other paints and stuff. I just love those flesh tones from Garage Kits. They were so damn good, but sadly don't have them anymore. So kind of stuck trying to find a new way of how I usually paint flesh tones. I know if you know Jim Capone, he's been a famous painter for a while in the hobby. He paints dark to light, so he'll spray his whole item the darkest color, and then he starts working the lights on top of that. I don't paint that way. I paint from like light to dark, kind of, or I kind of spray in my shadows. I don't know. We're all different, I guess. Whatever works for you, as long as the end product works. Yeah, my Vallejo paints, I can't buy them anymore at the hobby store. They're not carrying the airbrush ones anymore, which sucks. I mean, they'll still carry them if I order 6-packs, but they won't. They're not carrying the racks anymore. So I'm kind of stuck on ordering my paints online now. It's nice to have a hobby store near me to go snag a paint here and there when I need them, but sadly I don't have that option anymore. Oh, you're lucky to get a... See, you know what's funny? With Jesse's flesh tones, they sort of lasted a lot longer than the other colors. A lot of the other colors started to, like, to cake up and the bottles would go to crap. But for some odd reason, the flesh tones stayed a lot longer. I think I'm down to, like, 3 bottles left of flesh tones from Garage Kits, which sucks, but whatever. Yeah, Hanger, there was a little bit of a dry spell there for a while with Vallejo. I was trying to buy specific colors on eBay, And a lot of people had Vallejo paints, and you would go in and pick the color you want, but all the colors I want were never in stock. But I think a lot of the supplies have caught up again. But the lockdowns really screwed things up there for a while. Yeah, I think he's done on that. I'll have to shoot him an email when I get a chance, because I think he said if he was to do it again, he has to start from scratch and find somebody else. So I don't know. Iceman, I would think you'd be able to get the P3 formulas pretty cheap out there. I think. I thought they were a EU brand. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, I think so far Citadel is kind of like my favorite, only because I really like how that stuff, when you thin it down just right, it goes on really smooth with the airbrush. It's just that Citadels are very, very expensive because they're not really airbrush paints, but I really like them the most so far. And then next is probably Formula P3 ones. I just like the way the Formula P3 is. I just like the thicker, high quality paints. Yeah, I don't like miniature stuff because one, my eyesight is starting to go on me as I get older, and two, miniatures are very, very difficult. I like larger statues, but the guys who paint miniatures are absolute beasts because you're working on, your whole statue's pretty much like this big compared to a head, so there's a lot of little details to throw into there. So miniature painters are crazy. Wife can't stand it? I would think that the wife would probably like you sitting there just working on something, keeping quiet to yourself. No? Or is it that your wife sees you're peaceful and you're happy and she doesn't like that? Isn't that a common trait? Oh, that's yeah. I see, but nah, it's not pervy. It's just art. Unless you know what you should do is you should show her the really the bad stuff because there is a lot of bad stuff with the anime kits now, and tell her you should say at least I'm not doing those. Yeah, I don't know. I'll never understand that. I mean, whatever age you are, and you're just working on a statute, it's kind of not that big of a deal to me. I always told my one friend, like, if your wife ever complains about a statue, just say, would you rather me going to a club or a bar, or would you rather me stay home and just work on a statue, you know? Well, I have to laugh at my friends. They're not allowed to have semi-sexy female statues in their collections because they have kids. Which I guess is I can understand, but it's not like they're putting the hentai statues in their collections. But whatever, not my household. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but that's kind of funny. Well, I guess it's either you're getting yelled at for that, or what did my other one friend get yelled at for? You know, I guess it's kind of hard for me. I got desensitized in art school because I did a lot of the new drawings of women and men and everybody. So it got to the point where I don't really, I just see it as just, you know, a statue. See, that's okay, Raccoon. You're like one of the cool ones. That's why. Nah, when I had my godmother, she's funny. She's in her 70s. Every time if I Skype and I'm working on a statue, like even this statue, she'll see it. She's like, "Oh, she's like, I see you working on another model of me." She's like, "I didn't know you used me for your model." So, but then again, my aunts and uncles are all kind of crazy like that, so they'll always say some weird stuff. Either it's a doll or whatever. I tell them like, "Hey, I'm having fun, and I don't care what you say." Well, if you watch a lot of the Japanese statue sites, I check them almost every week along with other sites I go to, and a lot of the statues that they're making now are downright porn, I guess. Um, but you know, but whatever. You're always gonna have somebody or some wife upset with something, I guess. Yeah, you got that right, Raccoon. There's always it's always gonna be something made, and if it's selling, it'll be made. We talk about that a lot, Dana. It's gonna be a shift pretty soon. The casting hobby will kind of slowly fade away with 3D printing. So a lot of your guys that, you know, like traditional sculptors, are gonna fade away into 3D sculptors. And then what'll happen is basically anytime you want to sell an item or have something done, you'll just hit a file and print it out. In time, not going to happen overnight, but it's coming along pretty fast. I mean, it's kind of happening already. A lot of guys that are selling files or prints, they're actually print to order now. Oh, there's a lot of people out there. I've gotten a lot of people in the past who ask for, like, you know, some really crazy naked hero stuff. But I sort of pass on it because I'm not into doing that stuff. But I mean, I'll be honest with you, if it ever came down to the point where I had to put food on the table and that's all that people wanted me to do or was asking to do, I'd do it. I mean, I'm not saying I won't ever do it, but for right now, I don't have to, I guess you can say. But yeah, I've had some weird requests back in the day. And I was just like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with doing that. No, Raccoon. You'd be surprised. It was mostly Wonder Woman. Because I guess bondage is kind of a big thing, but it wasn't really like the bondage stuff. It was more like the full-on nudity type stuff. I did one Harley Quinn that was pretty much topless for someone a while back. But some of the requests for Wonder Woman, I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. But like I said, down the line, if the hobby changes and that's all the kind of work I'm gonna get, then I'd do it. You know, I'm not ashamed about it. Here's the thing though, even though people like to collect that or ask me to do it and I won't do it, I'm not knocking them. It is what they want, so I could care less. It's just sometimes I'll just say it's not something I'm willing to do because I'm not comfortable doing it. But if that's what people want to collect, more power to you. I put what I want on my shelf, you put what you want on your shelf, and, you know, and everyone's happy. But I guess the thing is when I was doing this a lot, I didn't want to become that guy to be doing like the naked Wonder Woman every other month. But like I said, if it came down to it and I got to put food on the table and that's all that I'm getting for work, then I'll be the guy. Be that guy. There's somebody on eBay that does a lot of the topless stuff. And from what I've seen from friends send me is he does like he'll get like a sideshow statue and he'll just make it topless, and they sell. And like I said, I can't fault the guy. I mean, if he's doing a statue and somebody buys it, then somebody buys it. You know. Take it easy, Dana. Thanks for stopping by. Well, Iceman, before you know it, everything is going to be able to be made in a click of a button. So, it's fine, Dana. That's more people in chat, the more we can talk about all weird and random crap. That's fine with me. Glad you stopped by. Well, Iceman, I think the way things are going, that's kind of where we're gonna head to. I don't know. I'm having fun doing what I can now. Then when it comes to where you just press a button and everything's done, then I think we'll all just be sitting on our asses at that point. Yeah, Dana, you could start up a Instagram account, whatever name you want to start up with, and then on that account you can start posting your pics. I like Iceman said, Instagram and TikTok is kind of but if you just want to share your work and be able to send pictures to fellow statue guys or even ask questions on some other guys that paint up, it's a good way to do it. Don't think of it as like think of it as like a group of just showing your work, sending your family and friends to say, hey, this is something I painted up, blah blah blah, and then don't worry about the side of the influencers and the people dancing and all the other weird crap that happens on it, because no matter what social media you're on, you're always gonna get people doing dances in like the dumbest places. So. But if you use it for just sharing your work and sending it to people, it's a good place to be. Just think of it as an advertising tool, that's all. Just there to advertise your work, share it, and then go on with your day. Well, see, that's the thing, Iceman. Whatever works for you, works for you. For me, I stay out of Facebook because I know the drama that comes with Facebook. So I stick to YouTube and Instagram. For me, that's what works because YouTube shows my stuff, what I do, and then Instagram is like a faster way of showing the pictures. Yeah, I have an Instagram page. It's Vincevale Customs. I probably will be. It should be linked on the YouTube channel somewhere. So. There's a lot of drama, Iceman, that you probably don't see going on behind the scenes. I'm actually my friends love to send me all the updates of the drama that's going on. Yeah, if you pay no attention, it doesn't affect you. But I just like to do my own thing. I just stick to YouTube, Instagram, and do my own work, and I'm happy. There's a lot of drama back in the day on Statue Forum and before, Facebook took over. And a lot of that drama filtered in the Facebook groups. But that was back in the day. No, I'm not missing out, Iceman. I'm actually pretty content with what I'm doing. I got plenty of work. People contact me through my site with, tons of requests. I focus on the YouTube videos, to show stuff in real. YouTube is my advertising tool. It's to show people how I work and how I do stuff. And Instagram is just quick posting of stuff, and that's it. I don't want to waste my time in groups. I'd rather just wake up and start working on statues than worrying about, all the stuff that's going on in the hobby. I just, kind of in the zone. I'm in my own little world. And you know what? I'm staying there. You're not forcing me. I'm not falling for the peer pressure. You're not gonna have me join the sheep. How about that? You're already starting to talk like you're part of the Illuminati. No wonder why they're trying to recruit you. Trying to get me into the Matrix. It's funny, I've had a lot of guys that I know in a hobby never understood how I'm not on Facebook and how I'm able to do what I'm doing. Um, I just, and like, if you, honestly too, if you think about it, if you look at the terms of service of Facebook, all the pictures you post there is not your property, it's Facebook's property too, I'm pretty sure the same thing could be said about, Instagram. But like if Facebook wanted to go into your Facebook page and take some of your artwork and use it for an ad, they can do it without your permission. Not saying that they're gonna come in and take my work and put it in an ad, but honestly, Facebook, if you read their terms of service, anything you post is pretty much theirs. Well, see, Iceman, that's why I have a face. That's why I have my own website, and that's why I tell everybody if you want to contact me, you go to my website, because if someday YouTube decided to shut down, or Facebook decided to shut down, or Instagram started to shut down, at least my website is still up and running for people to contact me. Um, there's a lot of people out there who don't have a personal email. They only do messaging through Facebook. So if you don't have an email, and then your site goes down, what do you do? That's why I never liked Facebook, because everybody started running there because it was free. But I rather drop, what am I paying? Like $150 a year for my website. And then, like, say if Facebook or YouTube goes down, I could go, instead of sitting there trying to make a video or get something on Instagram, I can start working on my webpage again. I know my webpage sucks, but I don't have the time to really sit there and fix it up. But at least it's there, though. That's the thing. So if something goes down, my site's there. So that's why I would love to have forums come back, and web pages and stuff, because everyone's kind of locked into Facebook because it was free and that's where everyone is, but I don't know. That's just how I see it. Yeah, Clubhouse, I really wasn't too much into the Clubhouse. I was more into statue form, but, you know. Aurora, are you asking me about some work? As of right now, I'm pretty booked up. If you sent me an email through my website and I haven't gotten back to you, I apologize. If you haven't sent me an email, you can. But as of right now, I'm not taking on any more work. Well, didn't Clubhouse kind of move to Facebook anyway? I haven't been to the Clubhouse forum in probably a while. I don't even remember the last time I clicked on that site. I think the reason why I stopped going to Clubhouse though was because it's pretty much all the same type of kits I'm not into and stuff. So oh no, statue form got bad. Got real bad there for a while. That's kind of when a lot of the fan art guys started coming in and trying to promote their statues for sale. So a lot of stuff started going bad on statue form. It's still going strong now. Well, not strong. It's still going, but not as much. Aurora, the best thing to do is contact me through my website's contact page and let me know what you're trying to do. But honestly, as of right now, taking on new work is probably looking like till end of the summer next year. I'm just so I got so many requests and I'm so backed up. I can't even commit to anything specifically right now. But I am working hard to catch up. I am moving along pretty well on a lot of stuff. So as long as I can keep this momentum going, hopefully next year will work out better. Thanks, Roy. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, I'm more than willing to talk to people. Like, if I can and can't do a project, I just can't commit to anything right now. But, like I said, you can shoot me an email. We could talk about a project. I can let you know if it's something I can and can't do. If it's something I'm interested in, you know, we could keep in contact next year. If something opens up, I could let you know. So it's always, it's just however it works, you know. Yeah, you can hit me up, Iceman, and let me know. Can't promise anything, but you hit me up. Hangerbird, when you were on statue form, was that around the Bowen era? Because around that Bowen time, there was, well, near the end of Bowen, when Bowen left statue form to create his, well, he didn't create his own page. He went with that other guy to create statue marvels, I think it was. There was so much drama back then. Holy crap. Near the end of Bowen Designs is really when statue form was like just chaos. Just a non-stop chaos. It was actually funny though, but it was non-stop chaos. I had to laugh at a lot of the drama that was going on back then. It was like every day you wake up and you get on the forum, there was something else going on. You know what it was? I think on statue form, it was the Bowen section was really bad. It got really, really bad, and it wasn't. It's a kind of a long story of why it happened. Um, yeah, there. It was mostly the Bowen section, but then it became rivals between like the Bowen guys and the sideshow guys. So there was a lot of, but there was also a lot of stuff that was uh, it was just one of those things where like you just keep prodding these certain people to piss them off, and that's kind of what it was. Um, but I hung out in a lot of the other sections where it was peaceful. But then started that drama started filtering into those other sections a lot. Uh, so yeah, I would have to sit down with you, Hangerbird, and talk to you for like an hour or two of like really what was going on those forums. You'd be shocked of a lot of stuff that was going on. You probably never even realized what was going on. It was a crazy time. I still laugh at it to this day when I talk to my friends. We still talk about some of the weird crap that was going on back then. Yeah, Jacob, I got about the same ideas as well. I got a lot of those ideas going as well. Oh, whatchamacallit? Yeah, she is getting closer to being finished, but uh, I did this week work on 7 of 9. So I put her symbol on her chest. So I got the symbol on the chest. I did kind of work out the hand a little bit more. I gotta set up a little bit of a like a pin or peg so this way I can glue this in at the end. But I kind of cleaned up the hand a bit more. Cleaned up the chair a little bit. So now I just gotta, I think she's pretty much ready to go now. I just have to fine tune her up. Yeah, symbol came out good. Raz printed out a whole bunch of them for us. Where did I put them all? Yeah, so he printed out a couple different sizes. There was another baggie of them. So I picked out the smallest one and I put it on. I forgot to, I gotta do a little bit more sanding. So what I did was, I didn't show how to do this because I was kind of in the zone this week. So I put the symbol on, but what I did is I traced out around it with my pencil. And then what I did is I drumbled out that area and I put some A's and I kind of squeezed the symbol onto it. And then I sort of seamed up the outside edges. So this way it's locked on there pretty well. Jacob, he confirmed he's definitely snagging her, so. Sorry about that, but he definitely wants to snag it. Yeah, but other than that, I just need to get in the garage and fine tune her up for paint. Just kind of sand it all down, make sure I didn't miss any heavy scratches. Just work out the hand over there. But let me get the camera down a little bit more. The only other thing I have to do is I gotta work out stickers for the console because I haven't. I completely forgot about trying to measure out the stickers for that. So I just probably gotta clean this up a little bit more too. Yeah, so the hand over here was a little bit tricky. I had to go in there and sand some of it down, and you know I had to work out this piece, sand this up a little bit more. But all in all, I just have to clean up some areas. You know, there's still some areas around here I got to do some putty work. That's not quite even. Some areas around there. But I think that's it, right? I'm not missing anything. Got the eye gear, the ear gear, the symbol, the left hand, and the outfit. Yeah, see, that's the only issue. I gotta just kind of get that in there. I cleaned up the boot areas. We're gonna leave this little piece underneath over here. I think that works out pretty well. That's it. I think that's pretty much straightforward. There is this one spot here, like I keep sanding it, but for some odd reason it keeps giving me a weird issue. I don't know if it's the Aves hitting the resin. Something I gotta figure out. Might as well put some putty on it now, so I don't forget. I always see this in the light. I thought I corrected it already, but for some odd reason, maybe I just gotta put more putty on it. Weird little area there. Yeah, but what I need to do is get into the garage. I gotta heat it up one day and actually put her up against the lights. Get my headgear on and just kind of make sure I'm not missing anything super scratchy or anything. I mean, there is a couple scratches like underneath here I gotta clean up. You can't see it in the camera, but I can see it in person. Yeah, there's a couple like scratches over here I gotta buff out. I need to kind of like clean up behind the ear a bit. Get back in there. But yeah, I'm not really seeing anything major anymore. I did a lot of scratch work on it. If I can by next Friday, if I can prep her up a little bit more and prep up Harley, maybe we can start painting that next week. As far as Lola goes, I'm pretty much at the same point, I think. I made a mess of the base. I gotta sand it down a bit. But I think I don't want to put the basketball in case it hits the shoelaces. But I think I'm gonna prime up her hair. Get that situated this week too. If I think it's looking good, we can probably start painting her up too. There's a big chunk of nastiness over here I gotta sand down. I think what I need to do though, maybe during the week, I'll finish up a little bit of this, like, looks like string around her waist area. So maybe I'll put a little bit more going around there a bit. Tail's removable. That's ready to go. So what do you guys think of the hair? Do you think it looks good as is? Do you think I need to add anything? I thought about adding some strands here, but then I think maybe I don't need to. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's good the way it is, or should I add a little bit more? You guys think it's okay the way it is? It looks a little weird now with those extra red strands on there, but once I prime it up, it'll go away. I just didn't like the way this piece wasn't filled in a little bit. I mean, the only other thing I could think of is maybe during the week I could kind of just clean up this area here. Maybe add some deeper cuts into it with the Dremel tool and any extra A's I have, just to kind of fix this area a bit. But other than that, yeah, I think as far as booty shorts are going, looking pretty good. Shirt's going pretty good. Oh, that's what I need to do. Okay, so I gotta finish up the line that comes around her back. I just realized that, so I should probably mark this. It's gotta have a line coming here. I completely just missed that, because there's a line here. So, oh, and then anyone who didn't see the beginning of the video, we'll go over it one more time. So, Frank from Evolution X decals printed out Toon Squad decals for me. So, he gave me two different kinds here. This one seems to be a little bit brighter color. This one's a little bit older, but I kind of like the older look to it a little bit more. So we got a whole bunch of different designs. I mean sizes. So if anyone's interested, there is a scan, and then this is his information. So he does the eye decals, but it looks like he's willing to work with people and do custom decals. So if you ever have a project and you're looking to do something, you could try him out. So I think this stuff is a little bit thicker, like with those eye decals. So the goal is put it on her chest at the end, but we're gonna dab like a sponge on it, and we're gonna make it look older and worn out. So it's not gonna be a bright sticker looking on her shirt. We're gonna try to blend it out as much as we can. So at least the sticker is out of the way, so I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, Raccoon, reach out to him. Tell him that, you know, that I posted about the decals, and see if he's willing to make you up a sheet or two. He's the only one I know that does it, you know, that's even willing to do it too. So that's the other thing. So we got, let's get everything all. So I'm also going to get Harley all worked up as well. She's gotten a little dusty, but we'll get her cleaned up. So I haven't forgot about Harley, so we're going to do all this paint work together. So this way all three will get done at the same time. So Harley's pretty much set up and ready to go as well. So we got all a lot of painting to do. So I'm trying to think, is there anything else I am missing? We have the decal done, basketball's done, laces are done, Harley, I don't think there was anything else to do on Harley. I just got to do the console stickers or plan out something for these. And I think that's it. Oh. So we're going to leave Harley's hair this way. And then at the end I'm going to get colored rope and I'm going to wrap rope around the hair. And then I'll glue that in at the end. But yeah, I don't think I'm not seeing anything else. Yeah, just the tedious stuff. Just the tedious of priming it, sanding it down, cleaning it up, getting it ready for paint. And I think that's it. I gotta clean up the Harley base a little bit. It's kind of really messy. It's got a lot of, like, I think dust, and I think there's some sanding I gotta do. Yeah, this got dusty on me. But oh, wait a second. I just realized there is something I gotta clean up. Alright. I have to fix this glove here. I completely forgot about the glove. I might just go ahead and do that during the week. Just do a wrap around here, like some kind of glove thing. I just realized it, so it's a good thing I'm looking at it now. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I'll just go ahead and get that set up during the week when I have some free A's. So, like I said, I got the Jessica Rabbit file. Once I'm done, or getting close to getting these to print it out, and if things are going well, I'll get Raz to print out the Jessica Rabbits for us. And we'll start votes on Patreon, start figuring out what we're going to do. But I'm pretty sure, depending on how well and how fast these go with painting, we'll see how things going. The only problem is paint-wise, is sometimes I gotta try to plan this out some. I'll figure it out. Skin tones first. Then once skin tone's done, we start doing facial details, faces. And then once the faces are done, we start working on the outfits, going from lowest layer to the upper layer. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, if I remember correctly, Harley's outfit, we were going to do latex, I think. I think we were doing latex, if I remember correctly. Lola is just the white outfit, you know, just basically white shorts and shirt, so she's pretty straightforward. And 7 of 9 should probably go real fast, at least with the figure, because she's just all silver. But we're gonna flake it in there to make it like that shiny outfit. Yeah, alright. Got the plan going. I really want to try to get them painted up fairly fast because I'm actually sick of them on my floor. So that's kind of another thing I want to do. But, alright, so what I'll try to do too is I'm going to set her up on a base, on a piece of wood, so I can start having this separate. So that's what I'm going to try to do, is I'm going to try to have everything separated for paint days. So this way, if I have to paint him, I could paint him, put him aside. If I have to paint the base, I can put that aside, paint her. So this way I'm not just focused on one item and I gotta let it dry. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Sorry, just kind of thinking out loud as I plan stuff. But, alright, that's what I'm gonna call the stream for today. I think we got a lot done. And we got a lot planned out. I keep on thinking like next weekend's Christmas for some reason. I'm so off track. But alright, yeah, we'll definitely be back next Friday. And hopefully we'll start painting stuff up. This way I can get my airbrushes ready to clean them out and go for there. Alright, you guys have a good rest of the weekend. Thanks for stopping by. And I will have a repair video up on Sunday. I repaired a Wolverine statue, so I'm going to get that up, plus a kit review of a Doramo, or whatever the hell his name is. So I should have 2 videos up on Sunday. Alright, you guys have a good one.